Welcome back to our YouTube channel. We have come back with another 2023 movie titled Air, which is an American biographical sports drama film directed by Ben Affleck. The movie begins in the year 1984 in the headquarters of Nike, where a man named Sonny Vaccaro is working. He works for the Department of Basketball at Nike. The basketball department was on the verge of collapse due to having almost no shares. However, on the contrary, Adidas was leading the business in this field. The owner of Nike wants to change the fate of his company. They are looking for a star player of basketball who will promote their shoes, which will ultimately increase the revenue. Nevertheless, they still got no such star player to advertise their shoes. After that, they schedule a meeting where they discuss the star players of basketball. They discuss that the top 3 players are out of the range of their budget and that they need a reasonable player. They have a total of $250,000, and in this budget, they have to convince 3 players to advertise their shoes. However, Sonny wants the company to increase the budget, and that they should sign in Michael Jordan. In this regard, Sonny calls on Phil Knight, CEO of Nike, and asks him to increase the budget. Phil answers they do not have more money. The CEO says their board wants to close the basketball division due to having no money. Moreover, Phil says he hired Sonny to make us profitable and that he should do something now. Sonny keeps conducting his poll. Even ambassadors for cereal brands and other things are scrutinized by him. He also inquires about basketball prospects with promising futures. He was keeping an eye on 2 shows at once one night at Sonny's house. The first is a tennis racket advertising with Arthur Ashe serving as the spokesperson. The business created a product that fits the user's personality. The second is a clip of Michael Jordan scoring a crucial goal for North Carolina. Sonny feels as if lightning had struck him. He replays the scene multiple times as he watches the broadcast. Sonny joyfully visits Rob's office the following day to share what he saw the previous evening. Rob doesn't perceive anything exceptional, but Sonny then offers an alternative viewpoint based on what he observed. Instead of senior player James Worthy receiving the ball at that critical moment, Michael Jordan, an 18-year-old youngster, receives it. Sonny believes that the coach gave an 18-year-old youngster who doesn't have any responsibility for carrying out such a significant role the last few crucial seconds. Young Michael Jordan has a terrific vibe about him, which makes Sonny even more motivated to sign him. He tells Strasser that they should put their budget only on Jordan and that Jordan will make their company rise high. Strasser tells him that Adidas too has the same amount and that it wants to sign Jordan as well. Jordan also does not want to advertise Nike's shoes. After that, Sonny makes a phone call to Jordan's agent, who tells him that Jordan will not sign with Nike and that he likes Adidas and would probably sign with them. Afterward, Sonny again meets Phil and convinces him to allow him to do everything on his own. Now Sonny wants to schedule a meeting with Jordan, but his agent is halting the process. Sonny has now one option, and that is to meet Jordan's parents. He risks his career and travels to Jordan's home to meet his parents. Jordan's mother tells him that their agent refused him. Sonny says he does not want to lose, and that is why he straight away came there. He talks to Jordan's mother as she is handling everything. She seems to be impressed by his courage to come to their home to sign Jordan in. Like all, she too says Jordan wants to join Adidas and not Nike. Sonny then tells her that it is one of the biggest mistakes of Michael to sign with Adidas. He assures her that he will tell everything to her that they do during the meetings. He says if they find anything inappropriate they can right away cancel the deal. He further says his belief in Michael has no boundaries. After that, he returns to his office. Michael's agent calls Sonny and is very angry with him. He says why he went to Michael's home. He says if Sonny does not sign Jordan, he will eat him alive. Jordan agrees to meet with Nike only because of his mother. Sonny's actions, on the other hand, have Phil equally enraged because he believes they go beyond what is expected of a CEO. Even though he was furious, he allowed Sonny to conduct the meeting even though he still had not yet decided to make an official offer. Sonny still went to the meeting even though he said he would consider calling it off. Rob, who he later meets, is also eager for them to meet Michael Jordan. Sonny enters the design space right away and requests the creation of a prototype footwear for Michael Jordan. Sonny requests that the shoe be uniquely created with Michael Jordan's flair and personality, putting more emphasis on aesthetics than on functionality. Only a few days are left for the designer to do that. Finally, Michael Jordan meets with the first potential endorsement, the Converse firm, for the first time. He hears imitations of Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Julius Erving in Converse commercials. Jordan's mother Dolores starts to realize that her son will only be the 4th person in the organization. She begins to comprehend what Sonny previously told her. Back to Nike, Peter Moore the designer has finished the prototype shoes for Jordan. but there are still things that are not made to the expectation. Sonny wants a red shoe, but due to an NBA rule the shoe should be 50% white, otherwise the player will be fined. Strasser thinks of a plan to color the shoe completely red and that will pay the fine himself. In this way, Strasser thinks, they will catch the headline of the news. Peter also suggests a name for the shoe, and that is Air Jordan. At night, Phil returns to the office where Sonny is sleeping on the sofa. He asks him the name of the shoe. They all sit together and discuss their layout for tomorrow's meeting. Sonny suggests Phil come to the meeting a little late, pretending that he has spared some time to attend the meeting. In the morning, Jordan and his mother arrive at the headquarters of Nike. The shoe is presented to Jordan and they tell him that they will pay the fine themselves. In the meantime, Phil also joins the meeting. As Phil is leading the meeting, Sonny stands up and takes the leading role. He tells Jordan that only he can earn fame. He explains to Jordan that it is the people who make a player a star player. During this time, Phil offers Jordan $250,000, but he leaves along with his mother. For some days, Jordan does not respond to them. One day, which could be his last day in the office, while Sonny is sitting in the office, he receives a phone call. On the other end is speaking Jordan's mother, who tells Sonny that they have accepted their offer and that did not accept Adidas's offer. Sonny is beyond happy to hear that. She claims she will take Nike's $250,000 offer, including an added benefit of a red Mercedes-Benz 380 SL. But on the condition that the terms of the contract between a product and the brand ambassador be completely altered. Dolores demands that Sonny and Nike follow through on the promise they made when they announced yesterday that they would use Michael Jordan's name on their footwear. She also demands that her son earn a portion of the sales royalties from each pair of Air Jordan shoes sold, and that all Air Jordan merchandise bear a label bearing his name. Sonny is taken aback to hear that because no one has ever executed a contract like that before. She then responds that she is aware of the expectations that sponsors have of the athletes they hire, including the requirement that they consistently and wonderfully perform to increase sales. She merely requests a win-win outcome to ensure that both parties are treated fairly. They have to have faith that Michael Jordan will deliver a fantastic performance. She continues by quoting Sonny, who said that unless someone steps on them, shoes will always be shoes. Dolores continues to insist that she submit even after Sonny modifies the offer. Phil is waiting impatiently for Michael Jordan's update. They ultimately had to face the bad news that Sonny gave, but unexpectedly, Phil decides he doesn't care. Sonny is instructed to respond right away and accept the contract. He decides to employ the same catchphrase he had when he first started the business: take the risk. Sonny immediately gets in touch with Dolores and informs her that the business is open to accommodate all requests. Now that they have been successful in luring their target star, Sonny invites Rob into the office, where he declares that they have signed a future star to the best contract. The business is awarded the most lucrative contract. The initial Air Jordan sales generated up to $162 million in revenue in just the first year. The initial Air Jordan's exceptional sales immediately transformed Nike's reputation. Nike has made an average of $4 billion a year due to Air Jordan, and Michael Jordan has continued to get a passive income until this day. From the sales of Air Jordan shoes, he earns a steady compensation of about $400 million a year. Peter Moore then develops a fresh proposal for the Air Jordan sneaker logo following the release of the first pair. Michael Jordan's silhouette that he copied from a picture when he was making a jumper. The player-product deal paradigm that is still used today was revolutionized by Jordan's contract with the Nike company. There, the film finishes. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so you can stay updated with our daily movie recaps.